Hello, and welcome back to the conference call. We are here for an all new season of RuPaul's Drag Race All Star. This is season 9. I'm one of your co hosts. My name is Chris Edwards. On the other side, I've got my other co host, Mr. TJ. Sir, what is going on?
Hello.
Are you here for it?
Uh, kind of, sort
Okay. Well, listen, it was better than the last year's All Star season, so I had to give them that. But before we go any further, the elephant in the room, Rex is not here. He's not going to join us this season for this particular recap. Plus, something a little bit different. We're changing it up. As you know, we're about halfway through the season of All Stars. TJ and I are just going to do a recap of like the first 5 episodes, and then we're going to do a wrap up of the whole season once it does end. So this one will be a little bit longer than normal, but I think we're going to have fun. So we're going to have some clips, talk about the ladies, and have a good time. So this year, the drag queens, the theme of it is drag queens save the world. So they are not actually competing for cash prizes for themselves, but they're doing for charity this year.
of.
So it's actually a welcome change, and all the ladies that they have, I think, are really good queens. And I will have to say the quality has kind of stepped up this season. My personal opinion.
Okay, you have a lot of nice things to say, and that's very nice.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
very
I'm
nice of
actually kind of
you.
shocked. I'm actually kind of shocked. All right. So here, let me just give you the rundown of all the queens that are in this season. First, we got Angeria Paris Michaels.
hmm
And then we've got Godmick. We've got
hmm
Georges, Miss Nina West,
hmm
Plastique Tiaras on back, Roxy Andrews, one of the originals. We've got Chanel, and then closing us out, we got Miss Vanjie. Miss Vanjie.
um. Yes. Is there anybody? I'm curious. Is there anybody you're rooting for in particular
I mean,
before we dive in?
I've always been a fan of Miss Vanjie. And then I don't know, I have a soft spot for Angeria just because that was like during the pandemic, and I remember I saw her in person when they came to the DMV, and I actually got a chance to meet her in person. So I
hmm
actually really like her energy. And then the other person I love Godnick, and I do love Georges.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so I have quite a few. I mean, for me, this cast is really good, and I do like Plastique. I think that that girl can paint her face. She just looks good all the time.
I agree. I also met not Georges, Angeria. Shortly after her season was over, she came to Nashville, and actually I have a picture with her actually. Um, I am rooting for Gottmik. I think Gottmik is my front runner. She was kind of sort of my front runner. Well, she wasn't my front runner in her season, but I would not have been upset had she won over Simone. I liked both of them. I loved both of them. I think Plastique is really turning it out. I was not excited to see her only because I know in her on her season she didn't have much personality, but the looks that she's pulling out, I'm very impressed by. Um,
Killer.
and that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with Roxy Andrews and Chanel and Nina West. Um, well, no, Nina I do kind of know, but those other two, like they're older from like the
Mhm,
original Drag Race, and that
mhm.
wasn't really my thing back then. So, but
Uh-huh.
I've gotten to know them now a little bit.
Okay. I will
Yeah.
say that Chanel is she's pulling out some stuff that I like. Her style of drag is not necessarily what I gravitate towards. But you said like the OG, she truly is the OG. Like she was the very first queen on the very first season. So
Yeah.
so yeah, it's a big deal that she's there.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, let's just get right into the entrance looks that they did, and then
Okay.
we'll go from there.
All right, first up.
Come on, Angeria.
Um
Nice.
I don't think I liked anybody's entrance look, to be honest. I was quite disappointed in.
Were you looking for something big and extravagant?
No, but I was looking for something like good and nicely fitted, and I don't think this fits. This is I don't like this look. I don't. So my thing with Angeria, to be honest, is it's hard for me to find her aesthetic. It's hard for me to understand her aesthetic because she seems to be kind of all over the place. And a lot of some of the drag race queens, some who are on this season, are like that as well. It's like they go to this place and they go to this place and they pull this reference and they do this and they do, and it's like, but there's not really a consistent type of aesthetic. And so this look to me is indicative of that. It's like, okay, where did this come from and why? Yeah, so I didn't. Yeah.
So I kind of disagree with you there, and I'm gonna tell you
Okay.
why.
Okay.
Um, Now, for me with Angeria, she tends to be more of like the formal gowns and just big hips and just like really regal type of looking. So
Hmm.
to see her in that, it was more playful. It showed me another side to a certain degree, and I like it when they change it up a little bit, have a little bit more versatility. Um, I mean, I think I get her style and vocabulary. So when she does little things like this, it's like, okay, yeah, this is fun, and I'm here for it. You know what I mean? But I do get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
okay,
Next
who's
up.
next? This was basic. I'm going out to the club. Okay. Or no, meet me for cocktails on a Saturday afternoon.
And then let's go to the club. I don't
No
like it.
Ferrari?
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the boots. I don't like the garment. I, I've really never seen it for Roxy Andrews, to be honest. But every drag queen is like, oh my God, Roxy Andrews is the drag queen. And I- clearly I don't know drag as well as drag queens. But what from my understanding is like she's very technical with her drag, which
Mhm.
obviously I would not get. So I don't see it. I don't understand this entrance look. I don't understand the fit of the entrance look. It's not for me.
You ain't get it. It wasn't for you.
It's not for me. I'm not her target audience. I'm not her
Okay.
target market.
Okay. I
What did
got
you
it.
think about it?
It was all right. I mean, it looked like someone you would see on the side of the street, like going to the mall.
Yeah,
It didn't, I mean, it didn't stand
it
out or anything.
it
And I,
doesn't give all stars, does it?
not that it didn't, I didn't want to. I don't like judging them on the entrances, especially if they've been there before. Because they're there for a reason. They're going to bring looks throughout the season. I think they actually did when the competition started. But like for the entrances, it was like, all right, I'm home.
Okay.
That type of feel.
That I guess that is a good point. I'm thinking your entrance look is supposed to be bam, this is your entrance look. But considering some of these bitches, this is their third or fourth time walking through these
Yeah,
damn doors.
it's like, all right,
I
I'm
guess I
home,
can
mom.
understand that. Yeah, and you're gonna
Yeah,
save the good shit maybe for the runway, I suppose.
yeah.
So that makes sense, but
And
still
it's
you could
not
have got
like
some
you're.
good in it.
It's not like you're introducing yourself to the world for the first time. Like this is not
True.
the first time people are going to actually see you on TV. Like they've been there, done that. They don't really care. Like I'm just here to let's get this competition started.
I'll give you that. I'll
Yeah,
give you that.
that was my
All
take
right.
on it.
Next
All
up.
right, next.
Very pretty. Great gowns, beautiful gowns.
Plastique always has the look though, man. Like she comes, she's just like, yes, I'm beautiful, and you're going to see it all.
I will agree. She's quite beautiful, and and I've been really impressed with her this season. I
Yeah,
will say
some of the
that.
looks in the episodes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um,
She gave me. She was going to a pageant
yeah.
in her, and this was the formal wear section, where she was wearing her gown.
Yeah, I think this is probably one of the best entrance looks of the season.
Okay.
Yeah. Moving along.
Come on, Georges. This is her aesthetic, though.
It is. It's very this.
She played her part from start to finish.
Uh-huh.
Yes, no.
It is what it
Oh, you
is.
reserve your comments.
It is what it is. I like Roxy Andrews. I don't see what everybody else sees. I truly do not understand, like on her original season, on George's original season, why RuPaul was so enamored with her. I don't like she's not a bad drag queen in my eyes. She doesn't look bad, but to me, she looks like any other drag queen. Like I don't see she to me, she just doesn't look extraordinary. So I'm like,
I
I
think
don't what am I
I
missing?
think it has a lot to do with personality and the gestures and just like I think it's everything. I think it's the whole package. There's something endearing about her. I loved her on her season.
Sure, but
She was
I
one of my
don't.
favorites.
She was your favorite on her
No,
season?
she was one of my favorites. One of them. I really
Oh,
liked her. Yeah,
okay.
not my favorite, but one of them.
I mean, let me not talk too much because she do live in that. Well, I think she used to live in Nashville. She's a Nashville girl, so she might catch me in the streets.
Might cut a
Um,
bitch.
yeah. Moving on. Okay. It's not bad.
Thoughts?
I I appreciate Chanel's makeup skills. I do. Um, and I think on this season of All Stars, compared to the other seasons that she's been on, her drag aesthetic to me has elevated because I feel like it used to be very kind of old school. And
Mm-hmm.
I've never gravitated towards like the old school type of drag. So some of the looks, this one included, I feel like that she's bringing out have been more modern and updated. So I appreciate that.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was fine. It
Yeah.
kind of gave me like the Elvira slash Medusa slash Poison Ivy look.
Yes, all of the above. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
She can do no wrong.
Wait a minute. Oh, is it playing for you?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't see it.
I was playing.
Is it playing Vanjie? Oh, there we go.
Bam G. It was playing her. It played
Okay.
her.
It was delayed for
So
me.
listen. Oh, okay. I loved that look. And I'm gonna tell you why I loved it. I thought the fact that she sat there and put bobbing pins on that whole entire jacket, impressive.
I'm sure she didn't do it, but
Well, yeah,
somebody did it.
yeah.
Um, sh- if you're going to do it, make sure they can stay on. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being too harsh, but I don't want to be in
You
a
wish,
garment that's going to be shedding all day.
yeah, but hold on. I mean, you've got like people when they have like feathers and boa feathers and stuff like that. That stuff sheds anyway. It's just the nature of the garment.
According,
It probably shed a lot more than she wanted it to.
I'm
Um,
sure
she was giving me around the way girl, and
that's
that
her
fits
aesthetic. That's her brand. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
All right.
I like this.
Nina's sweet. She's
Mm.
she's a sweet gal.
Colorful, bubbly.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was her aesthetic.
It is her aesthetic. Yes.
I wasn't a fan of what she had on, but I thought it was her.
I agree.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
agree.
we agree on something.
We we agree. Moving on.
1 out of 8 so far, or 1 out of now. All right, Gottmik can do no
Uh-huh.
wrong. She's killing it. That hair is everything.
I love Gottmik. This look just did not do anything for me.
Oh, come on.
I don't
Look at the
know. It was just
hair.
like that hair is great, sure, but I guess I'm used to like striking, avant-garde, like severe Gottmik, and this was, I don't know, this feels a little safe for
Look,
her. But again,
ever
this is
since you've
Empress look.
been ever since you've been doing Fashion Fridays, we can't tame you. I think you've got too many. Your taste is just too refined for us now.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
Maybe. Well, that was all the entrance looks, child.
Okay. Well, I mean, like I said, I think that it was basically like, "Hey, Rue, we're here. All right, let's get the competition started." It
Let's
wasn't
go.
meant to like be like, "Here, world, I'm here. See me now." Like,
Mhm.
all right, bitch, we know who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was fine. But anyway, let's move on to episode one. So I'm episode one. All the All Stars, they're going to compete now for $200,000, and this is going to go towards their charity. Um, and then also a spot in the Drag Race Hall of Fame.
Hmm.
They several performances, and then this week they did the anthem "Drag Queen Save the World," and then also the guest host was Miss Keke Palmer. I love Keke, and I loved her on this episode.
Yeah, I'm like, how can you not love Kiki? She's fantastic. How does it feel about them competing for charity?
I don't mind. I mean, I think the queens that they have on this year, they can afford not to take the cash, because
Oh.
not that you want to pass up money, but here's an opportunity for them to really do something and to give back.
Hmm.
Um, and then also they're getting more screen time, and when you get more screen time, you're going to probably book a lot more jobs after that. Because I mean, let's be honest, even the ones that don't win on regular seasons or on other seasons of All Stars,
Hmm.
after this season airs, they book a lot more things and they get more endorsements and that type of stuff. So I don't think they're going to lose out. If anything, they're going to win, and especially because they did it for charity and it's raising money for good causes. So I'm okay with it.
I'm conflicted. I it's sure it's raising money for charity is never going to be a bad thing. However, it makes me wonder. And I guess I shouldn't, seeing as we've seen a lot of these looks already. It just makes me wonder: are they really going to bring their A game? Because the money's not going to them. I feel like if Ru if the if RuPaul's Drag Race, the entity that it is, was going to do an all charity season, it should have been for the Queen of All Queens season, because those bitches already won their money. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah,
it
I
would have
get
been
that. I
better
do
to
get
do it
that.
with the all winner season as opposed to this season where some of these, well, none of these girls have won anything in the past.
Wait. So here's something though too. Think about. I mean, Drag Race UK, they don't take home any cash prizes at all.
Sure.
So I mean, would you rather come on the show, win money that goes towards a good cause, or just come on and I mean, at most they get what they get sponsored by a show or they do something. But I mean,
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't mind. And here's the thing, they have to be okay with it to come on the show to do it.
Oh,
So like if
yeah,
they're okay with it, whatever. You
sure.
know.
Good point. All right. Are we ready for the runways of the
Yeah.
first episode?
Bring on the runway list because we're not gonna spend too much time. We don't want this episode to drag out too much. So
Yeah.
let's get on the looks and then talk about the winners and who got blocked.
All right. Well, there we go.
Okay, Roxy. It's like okay, she was giving me Elsa.
I did not think of that until you said it.
I literally just thought about it when I saw it again.
Yeah. Um
Let it go, let it go.
I'm confused by the way Roxy paints. To me, she, not all the time, but most of the time she paints older, and it's, I don't know if it's the way she paints or the lashes or both, but you can rarely see her eyes, and I'm like, why do you paint this way? I don't understand it. Anyway,
It's an illusion.
that it is.
Come
So
on,
this
God, Nick.
This challenge was they had to create their own uh fragrance, right?
Yes.
And then create a look that embodied the fragrance.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about God Mix?
Um, this one was cute, but I've seen better. I've seen
Ooh,
better from Gottmik.
tough room.
I have. I've seen better from Gottmik.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Who you got next? This I did not really care for. I think I don't think like all right, I get you're trying to match the bottle. I thought it was too
Mhm.
much though. It's too literal.
Um. y- Yeah. I mean, it's fine, but I. I mean, I'm not super familiar with Nina West. Um, her aesthetic is not one that hits me all that hard. And I think her messaging and her references sometimes kind of they don't land. So I think this messaging her fragrance was criminal, and the messaging is, they're trying to criminalize drag. And I'm like, okay, but it's like those two things aren't really connecting for me in this moment.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
the other thing too is I think she's more of a comedy queen. You know what I
She's
mean?
she's a comedy queen. She but she's also kind of a activism type of queen. And so I just don't think that those things
They might not meld that well.
not that well. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next. King Georges. He's giving me Chichi
From
what's the last name?
from damn, what's the name of the movie? Tu Wong Fu?
Yeah.
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 Well, she did that as her her Snatch Game character.
Yeah.
Um Thoughts besides it
That
gives.
was okay. Like that I thought that was a little basic
Mm-hmm. I
for
agree.
her.
I don't
Yeah.
disagree.
Okay. I actually kind of like this.
I don't
It was
hate it for some strange reason. And
it was ghetto fabulous.
you're gonna when you a thigh high boot, you're going to I'm gonna enjoy it. Um I think her face looks good. I like the hair. Um it's decent.
I love the gas mask. I thought that was the kind of the thing that gave her the edge that she needed. I think if she came out without it, it
Mm,
would have fallen flat.
I can see that. I can agree with that.
Come on, Angie. This is giving very Southern Belle.
And that's the name of the fragrance, Southern Belle,
Hmm.
which is her brand. I get.
Yep.
Um, I don't hate it. I think it was nice. Full
I like
stop.
the transparency of it.
The see-through of the gown.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I think that's what kind of elevates it because it very well could have been opaque. But
Yeah.
I do think
And then
the
it would have been boring.
true, true.
Yeah.
I agree. I
Okay.
agree.
We're finding some common ground here.
I like this look.
I do too.
I like
I
this
like
look. I
the
like the color.
I like the shoulders. I like the hip. I thought she
Yeah.
and the embellishments were in the right places.
What was in the right places?
The embellishments were in the right
Oh,
places.
yeah. And this when I said like Chanel, I feel like is kind of modernizing. I feel like this is a look that kind of signifies that. Even
Hmm.
though it's not a super modern silhouette, I feel like it's different from what maybe she has done in the past.
Okay.
Yeah. Where am I? Okay. Now this was good. This was good.
Come on, plastic. Let me tell you something. When she popped out those wings, I was like, "Yep, winner, baby."
Did she win this week?
No, she
I
didn't.
was gonna say I feel like she should have, because
But
Jesus.
like, come on now. I mean, and it moved. She had mechanics going behind it. Like, she you know what she looked? She looked like a Victoria's Secret angel.
That she did. That she did. Yes, because we've seen wings on the runway before, but we have not seen two sets. And I was like,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
and movable wings
Move,
at
they
that.
move. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. She looked great. That was really, really good.
and she was able to retract them so she could go back. I was like, she thought of it.
Yeah. So that was the last look of the first episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for this episode, Angeria actually won um this first one. And so here's the twist. No one goes home during this season.
Hmm.
Everyone's included. What they are competing for are benefactors badges. And whoever has the most at the end, basically, I believe it's either the last two that had the most will battle it out for who will win. So of
Hmm.
course everyone's trying to get a badge, but
Hmm.
there's this is a game, so they're trying to prevent you from getting badges. So what they're doing is after whoever wins at the end of every episode, you get to what we call block a bitch or cut them.
Hmm.
So they have big giant scissors, they give them to you, and you go and you block somebody. And Angeria blocked Roxy.
Oh
And
yeah.
so the game begins.
Yeah.
Because you can block strategically, or you can
Mhm.
block because maybe you want your friends to stay around. And it's been interesting to see how people handle and play the game. It gets very interesting as the other episodes move forward. So it was interesting. Of course, Roxy was, she felt a little slighted, but that's part of the game, girl.
Yeah. It does make me wonder, like, okay, once again, this is why I question like the whole plan for charity thing, because like, okay, so you get blocked. Are you really that mad? Because the money not coming to you no way.
Right. But so here's the thing. What's happening is they want to be able to win the most money for their charities. And how it works is every episode there's a chance and opportunity for you to win a badge. Now,
Mhm.
say you win a badge, right? And then you block someone. That person that you have blocked, the next episode, they can't technically get a badge. They can still win, but they can't collect
Mhm.
money and they don't get
Right.
the bag. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, you're really trying to win as much money for your charity and then trying to prevent other people from getting that money that you want, basically.
Mhm.
So the question is, do you block someone you feel that is a strong competitor that you think that can win the next episode? Or are you blocking to have like your girls come along with you for the ride? You know what I mean? So it's interesting. Is it perfect? Maybe not, but every season they try to change it up, and this is how the cookie crumbles this season. So
Yeah, I suppose.
All right.
I
So
suppose.
in episode 2, the queens present a total of 24 looks on the runway, included hand painted pieces created in the workroom. In an art inspired paintball, actor Sophia, I can't pronounce her last name, but it's spelled HSU. Siu, I don't know, joins the judges panel to appraise the queen's work.
Mm.
So let's take a look at these looks.
All right.
All right, Angie. I actually like this look. I feel we've seen it somewhere before. We've seen it on Drag Race before, but
It
okay.
does look familiar.
I did like this interpretation of the art piece. This is giving me traditional, like classic Angeria.
Yeah.
Love the color, love the silhouette.
Hmm. I liked I like the first two pieces. I think the art inspired piece was way too simple. It could have been interpreted
Too
a
literal.
thousand different ways besides a simple dress.
Yeah.
Um,
And I think she got called out on that by the judges too.
yeah.
Okay.
Moving along. Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, Miss Chanel.
This is pretty. She's so theatrical. She's so extra.
I actually thought this was actually pretty cool. This wave dress.
I
And I love the hair that went with it.
mm-hmm. This she could have kept this.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that last one either. I think my favorite one for her was the second one because I think, all right, the wave was kind of literal, but she did it in the hair as well. And like that just gave it like that three-dimensional look that it really needed.
Sure.
Okay, moving on.
Moving on.
Got me. Classic got me. I love this. Like she's gonna give you that goth. This is giving me Grace Jones.
Mm-hmm. It was very Grace Jones. I
This, let
like
me tell you
this.
something. Stunning.
Yeah, it
Mouth
was very good.
dropped,
Yeah.
as they would say, gagged and gooped.
Um.
This is Star Wars.
Oh, it is very Star Wars.
She killed all three of her looks. The second and third ones murdered it.
Yeah. Um. I'm trying to. What was the first one?
She had like the Grace Jones, like it was in the
Oh
purple.
yeah. That's right. So I think it was the pit stop. Somebody said it like they're not a big fan of the queens just getting looks directly from the designer or whatever. And that was I think Versace runway, like from head to
Yeah,
toe. And I'm like,
yeah,
that's a good point because typically, drag queens will drag up a look or they'll make some type of interpretation of something off the runway. But that was just literally straight off the runway. It looked great. But to that point, I get it.
okay.
Yeah.
But overall, I think that she had an impeccable three looks.
I agree. All right, let's see.
Okay, Roxy. I'm not. I mean, it's okay. I'm not mad at it.
Uh-huh. I think I like
This one I actually liked.
the second look. I like it. I
Yeah,
definitely like it best. I was trying to remember what the third look was. I definitely like the second look best out of all the three.
yeah. I don't know how I felt about the last one. It's just like I can kind of take it or leave it.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like a lot, and that was. Did they have to make that look the third look?
Yeah, the
'Cause I
third
know
one
there's
was
another
they were
challenge. I
hand
think
painted. Yeah.
that's right. That when it comes to stuff like that, that's why I question everybody's like admiration of her. Because there's another look we're going to see that I think that she created or that she brought with her that I'm just like, but it's so plain and simple. I don't know. I don't know.
Mm.
Maybe it's just me.
Okay.
I'm not a drag queen. All right, let's see
Are
what's
you
next.
not?
I mean, sometimes when the boys
Mhm.
come up.
Okay. I kind of like this look. I wasn't. Yeah, I kind of like this look.
I didn't understand. I liked everything but the veil. I didn't understand the retractable veil. She did not need the retractable veil. Um, this last look at girl,
No,
what's
I didn't like this
happening?
one at all.
I don't
Not at
understand
all.
it.
Nothing about
What?
it.
So
She,
go ahead.
yeah, we can pass on this one.
Oh,
I didn't. Her best look was the second look.
the time of feeling look. I think the best look was the first look.
Okay, well we can next.
Alrighty. I did not like this.
Yeah, I mean, I got the reference, but I don't know. And I know that she was playing up on the green because she does not like green, but uh,
Mhm.
I liked this one.
It was pretty. It is pretty.
I thought this was cute, but I think that it could have been a little bit better.
I feel like I've seen this type of that last look. I feel like I've
Yeah,
seen something like it before. It doesn't
yeah,
feel fresh to me.
No, no. But she looks good though. I will say that.
She does look
She
good.
looks good.
Moving
She
along.
always gonna
Oh.
she's always gonna beat her face. Now, this young lady, Miss Plasty, can do no wrong. Look at that.
Yeah.
My gosh. This was awesome. This was a great interpretation of the
Mm-hmm.
art piece. Like she
Yes,
killed every one of these looks. And
she
this
did.
hand painted thing, yo, let me tell you something. She painted the body into it.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
That's skills. And like the cherry blossoms on the back of the
Yeah.
that jacket there with the train, hands down. Honestly, I feel as though she should have won for that. She was not the winner for this episode, but she should have won for it.
Who were the winners on this episode?
So for this episode, God Make won, and she blocked Angeria.
But who? But there's a top two.
Oh, did she? Oh, maybe she was one of the other top two. She could have been. She could
Okay.
have been.
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
but God Make won,
All
and
right. Last but
Angeria
not
got
least.
blocked. Was that it for this episode?
No, one more.
Okay. I'm not sure about this one.
It
Like
wasn't
the
her
third
best
look.
week.
Yeah, this wasn't her week.
It wasn't
And
her
it's
week.
funny looking back at these now because it's been a couple of weeks since I've seen them. I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
maybe not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Okay, I'm with you.
All right.
All right, so episode 3. Let's get into it. Romance is in the air as queens impersonate celebrities in Snatch Game of Love. But when two all-stars want to play the same celeb, things get competitive. A twist means that more badges are up for grabs. Pop star Anita stops by. All right, so this episode was Snatch Game of Love, and everyone loves Snatch Game. I thought Snatch Game was actually pretty good.
There were some standouts for sure.
Yes, definitely.
Gottmik, who I think was the top person this week. I think
Was it
her
Gottmik?
and
Yeah, she did the dog, right?
uh-huh.
She did Lassie. Yeah, that was really good.
That was really
And
good.
then hers and Angeria. She did
Oh yeah. Angeria was pretty funny.
who did she do again?
Marla Gibbs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hilarious. I thought it was between those two for me.
Yeah. But it was Gottmik and I think one of the Liberace's. I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chanel, maybe. I can't remember. But yeah, there were some good ones. There were some really good ones. So quite impressive.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look at the looks.
This was good.
Love it.
This was really
Love
cute.
it. Yep.
This was really good.
She nailed this look.
I love the titties. The titties look
I knew you were gonna say
great.
For a man that don't like women, you love a good titty boy.
I love when they're done right.
And that was done right.
Right. I feel like that dress needed a big old tit. And I appreciate that.
Big old bitty titties.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. I actually liked this look.
This is really cute.
Yeah. It's giving me Little Bo Peep.
It's really cute.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that for her.
Loved it.
Maybe she needs to do more stuff like that, like more cosplay-ish type of.
Yeah, I agree.
Or furry type of thing. Maybe that's what she needs to do more of.
That sounds like a kink and a fetish.
Perhaps.
Okay.
All right, next.
Nina West. I did not get this at all. I didn't like it one bit. It seemed like she just like, all right, I found some things in the toy box. I'm just gonna, Velcro it onto me.
Yeah, it's too much. And
I was not a fan.
Which, once again, I say her ideas and her references be so far out in left field that
out of this universe.
That part that you're just like, well, girl, why? So this was supposed to be, so the theme of the runway was a tail and two titties, or so, a tail, something like that. And so she did like the tail of a comet.
Well, not even that, it was a black hole going to her booty hole.
I'm just like,
I
ma'am,
didn't like it at all. I
what?
just thought like it just seemed like it was like an afterthought. Well, I need to put some planets or something, and maybe like a black hole. Like it didn't work for me.
It did
I
not work for
wasn't
me
feeling that.
either. It didn't work for me
Mm-mm.
either. Moving on. This one,
This I loved.
did you?
I actually kind of did like this one.
Why?
I don't know, something different. There was something about it for me that I really, really loved, and I love a good scorpion. I am a Scorpio
I
after all, so
Oh well. I don't appreciate the fact that she had to hold the tail the whole time.
well
I
that
don't
part. If
like
you're gonna
that.
do that, put the mechanics in it or some type of something that will make it stand up on its own. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
To me, that was a major flaw in the design. Assuming it was designed that way. I don't know. Maybe it got damaged in transit or whatever. Maybe
Probably.
it was supposed to be. And so if that's the case, yeah, you got to do what you got to do. But the fact that you got to hold this thing the whole time, I'm like,
I didn't think about that until you just said it, but yeah, I would agree.
pointed up.
I agree 100% with you.
Yeah. Next up, this was shocking.
Listen to me. This was amazing. I loved the story that she was telling and how she showed the story on the runway. Like this was exceptional. Like when it came to storytelling, it
Mhm.
did everything.
It was art. And I recall, I think on Gottmik's original season that um she was saying, showing her boy chest on the runway is something that she would not have done like in maybe a year or so ago. So going from that to this, like something like this, like that's growth. Um, that was really interesting. That was really interesting. I mean, she could have stopped at just the look alone, but she did the bejeweled
Yes.
stacks.
The
It
arms, the
was,
knife,
yeah,
the blood. I mean, it was sophisticated. It was interpretive. It was
yeah.
artistic. I mean, it was just everything, and it was just that damn good. Like when she came out, I was just like, okay, I don't
I'm
got
gonna
nothing to
call
say.
it now. I feel like, well, I guess it won't be a top three since nobody's going home, but I feel like top three is gonna be Gottmik, Plastique, and Chanel.
Okay,
Yeah. Speaking of which,
come on, Plastique.
this bitch looks good.
She looks like anime
She does.
character, and she looks so good,
She looks amazing. Like,
gorgeous.
no notes. Like, she looks great.
Those titties look real, child.
They do. Though that's how you do them.
Hold on. You saw when she moved, how it just jiggled ever so slightly, and
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't like the whole thing moved. It was just like the underside of it, like bounced. I'm like,
You
girl, listen. I
you
know how.
I was about to say
I have expertise in that area, sir.
you having some flashbacks? Cause you seem you seem very invested in them. My goodness. I mean, we know you have the experience, so
Yeah.
I don't want none of that.
I'm not a platinum card holder
Mm,
of the gays.
I most certainly am, and I wear it proudly.
Yes, you
Moving
continue
on.
to do that. I had to say, as much as I did not want to like this, I actually kind of like this. And I have an affinity for Roger Rabbit. Growing up, I used to draw him all the time, and I used to
Oh,
draw what was her name? Jessica Rabbit.
Jessica Rabbit. Okay, so
Yeah,
in that case, let me ask you: was the face supposed to look like that?
I think that was intentional. It was a little bit. It was a bit much, but I think she was playing up that like cartoonisk um look. I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt on that one.
You really
It was a
are,
bit much.
because to me, I it did not look it did not look good. It did not look right. I was
Mm.
very confused by the face, by the painting of the
Okay.
face.
Was that the last one?
No, Liz is the last one.
Miss Vanjie. Now,
Now
see, this is how you do a tail.
this how you do a scorpion tail, and it lit
And
up.
hers was bejeweled and she had lights.
Yeah, very cute.
Yeah. You know who she was giving me in this? And I hate to say this, because I'm not really a fan, whatever. It was a cross between Nicki Minaj and
Uh-huh.
like Cardi B.
I wouldn't even say
But
a
more
cross.
Nicki Minaj.
It was 100% Nicki Minaj. 100%.
Yeah.
It was the hair.
Yeah.
It was the pink. Um, yeah. So that was the
But she
last one.
looked good.
She did look good. She
Okay.
looked great.
Yeah. So in this episode, Godmik did win again. This was her second win in a row. But this time she blocked Georges.
Did she?
So
Oh,
very,
she did. She did.
yeah, it's very, very interesting. I think people thought maybe she might block Angeria again,
Mhm.
but she did. She blocked Georges, and I think Georges was kind of upset about that.
Mm.
But girl, it's a game.
Girl,
That's
it's a
game.
game.
That's the game. That's
You're
the
gonna get
game.
snipped.
Yeah. All right. So moving right along to
Mhm.
episode 4. This week begins with a fiery accusation. Oh my God! Why can't I say it?
Accusation?
Accusations.
There
The
we go.
Queens are tasked with transforming 4 firefighters into pop stars. Country music duo brothers Osborne joined the judges panel. So they had to basically paint and make these firefighters, into their sisters, basically.
Mhm.
And then also the judges that they had, the brothers, they're country artists, and then one of them is gay.
Mm.
Now, here's the thing. He came out several years ago after they've already established their career, and he thought that, him basically letting the world know that he was gay was going to basically blow up his career. And it didn't. People
Oh.
embraced him. And it's kind of weird because country music, you don't really hear about too many openly gay or lesbian or bisexual people. So, and then the fact that these were two white men, kind of shocking. Kind of shocking, but
Well, I feel like the fact that it's two white men is not quite as
easy,
shocking
easier to
considering how
accept.
well they have been received. But I did not know the whole backstory. So interesting. To be honest, I don't know half the guests anymore that be on the show.
Yeah.
I don't know half the folks anymore. Um, but yeah, this was an interesting challenge. And I think there was really only one group that did well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I don't think this is the group. Oh no, this is the group.
Meow meow mix.
They painted this young man very well.
Yeah.
That bitch looks good. That bitch
Plus,
looks
also,
good.
it, here's the thing. I loved everyone's energy, and not every one of the guys were. So a few of them were gay. One was married to a woman.
I think only one was gay, and I think it was him.
No, I think more than
No?
one was gay.
Oh, okay.
I think more than one was gay. But anyway, no, it was a great look, and I thought that
Mhm.
the group looked good and cohesive.
I agree, and I appreciate the Powerpuff Girls reference. That was
Yeah.
I love the Powerpuff Girls. Moving on. This one was really cute too, and he looked cute.
Look, they had a hard time in the beginning because they were like, "Well, how are we gonna fem him up?" And then I
Hmm.
think what they ended up leaning into the fact that he was very muscular.
Yeah,
I think that worked in their advantage. Well, to their
yeah,
advantage.
and his smile and is just adorable in drag. It's just like look at it's so cute, so
Yeah,
cute.
his walk was
Um,
horrible and atrocious, but he
I,
pulled off the look.
yeah, and it was in kitten heels, so God bless him.
Yeah,
But yeah, that was really cute.
yeah.
Can't be mad at that. Now this,
I thought this was such a miss. They didn't even look like they were in the same group.
yeah,
And you know what? She like the one in the middle, the one they dressed up. She was giving me like Gem.
like for Jim and the holograms.
Yes. in drag.
Yeah.
And then they just did not match her energy. Like the costumes were different. You had like the um boas and the fringe, like that, like it just didn't go. Like I just am like, y'all maybe look like y'all went to the club together, but y'all didn't look like y'all in a girl group
In a
together.
girl group together. Yeah. And if you are in a girl group together, I don't want to hear the music. I don't like the tracks. I don't like the album. It's no, no.
Okay.
Moving on. Now this is who struggled. This they child. Oh.
I mean I see the cohesiveness there,
And
the
sure, and
colors,
uh-huh.
but homegirl struggled in them shoes.
She
And
struggled,
her
period. And they did
yeah,
not.
she was here's the thing. I think they did a good job overall, but I don't think they were the winning team at all. You know what I mean?
No, they were not.
Hmm.
It would have been a
All
travesty
right.
had they been the winning team.
But wait a minute. So hold on. They actually did win that episode though.
No, they did not. How?
Yeah, it was Roxy and Vanjie that won, and then they blocked Angeria.
On this one?
Yeah,
Oh, they sure did. How the fuck did they win?
they did.
Wow.
That's what it says in my notes.
No, you're right, because I remember
No,
because
they did.
they were whispering to themselves and blah, blah, blah. I remember that. You're right.
They did win.
Wow, that's crazy.
And then, of course, Angeria got blocked for the second time.
For
Now,
the
let me tell
second
you something. When they
time.
went back in the workroom, this girl was hot.
Yeah,
She felt some type of way about being blocked twice.
that she did.
But, girl, guess what? That's the game.
That's
That's
the
the
way the
game.
cookie crumbles, apparently, girl.
Yes. And
Yeah.
that's how you get burned by the hot curling iron.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, all right. So let's go to episode 5, which aired last week Friday, and
Mm-hmm.
this is for us, I guess, the midway point. So this episode, all the stars put their sales skills to the test as they create raucous real estate commercials for some preposterous properties. Superstar reality Tracy Tudor and comedian Alec Mapa stop to assess what's on the market.
Mm.
So this was an interesting episode, and the looks were good. But I remember some of the skits were just like, oh, like cringeworthy. Like I remember
Very
when they were
bad.
doing it, I had to like pull the covers over and like, I'm kind of embarrassed for you. But it actually
Secondhand
turned out not that bad.
embarrassment. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Um, I think it was Georges and Got Mick. Theirs was
Yeah, it
terrible,
was bad. Yeah,
horrible,
I was just like, if someone was to go home this week, girls, y'all would have been in trouble.
in trouble. So count yourself lucky that you ain't going home.
Yeah,
Are we ready for the runways?
come, let's bring them.
All right. Confusion. Why?
Okay.
It's disparate. It's not connected. I I don't understand why there was a nun involved. I'm confused, Nina. Once again, Nina, I am confused. I am confused.
And we'll
Like,
just leave it at that.
what? Okay, moving along.
So I'm not mad at this. I thought the untwirling was okay. She was giving Vegas showgirl at the end though, but I wasn't. It wasn't like I wasn't wowed.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't
Nor
wowed.
was I. Nor was I. And I feel like somebody do this type of reveal a couple of seasons ago.
I think so.
It was last season. What's her BBL girl? Damn, what is her name?
Oh, was it? Did she have like a red dress on?
I don't remember. I don't forgot her
I know
name.
we've seen this before.
Yeah,
Something
yeah, yeah, yeah.
similar.
Yeah,
I mean, it was okay. I wasn't like completely impressed by it.
same. Moving along.
Okay. This was perfect.
This was really cute. I
Yeah.
love the fit of that
Come on
suit.
now. Let me tell you something. You know what I loved about this? When you look at it from the front, it was structured in such a way that it looked like a wide leg completely, like there was no kind of like no movement. And then when you turned around, there was like there's these gaps in between her body and the clothing. So you saw the actual silhouette of her. I thought that was perfect. Whatever she did to make that happen, she really thought about it.
The talent, the eye, the aesthetic. Yeah, I appreciate that very much because you didn't obviously the theme of the runway was a reveal, but you
Yeah,
did not see this reveal coming. You're thinking, oh, it's
not at all.
oversized,
Because
she's
I'm
gonna
trying.
rip it off, or it's gonna be a tearaway.
Exactly. Like when you see her coming down, I'm like, all right, well, how's she gonna rip this off? Like, where's the seams for this? And
Yeah,
like, cause some of them you can really see, all right, I'm gonna unwrap this or I'm gonna
yeah,
pull this off. It was just like, nope, all I gotta do is turn around.
yeah.
Boom. Yeah, like
It was
that
good.
was ingenious.
It was really good, and
Loved it.
genius, but simple too. Because literally, she didn't have to do anything but walk. Like,
Yeah,
I appreciate it, got Meg. I
yeah,
really do. Next up, this was good too.
yes.
This was really cute too. Like, she
Yeah.
looks good. The
And
hair
she
looks
was really
great.
giving you Julia Roberts,
Yeah,
pretty woman. Her face was beat.
yeah, she looks really good. I'm not mad at that at
Gorgeous.
all.
Very good looking.
Moving on.
Can do no wrong. Yo, that reveal, I'm like, God,
Mm-hmm.
she's giving you
Mm-hmm.
Space Odyssey and, like, yo, first she looks like a geisha, then she looks like a superhero.
Yeah, and I love that she has the weapons. Like, the weapons do it
Yeah.
for me.
You know what she was giving
Yeah.
me? Like an Agent Storm.
Not an Asian storm.
Yes, Agent
Um,
Storm from the X-Men.
um, no, that was good. I love that. I love both look, but I really love that second look. I think every week Plastique is winning me over a little bit more and more.
Really
Um,
good.
I don't know what it is about these little Twinkie Asian queens, but they're doing it for me because obviously Nymphia Wynn was my girl. Um, yeah,
I think you're fetishizing.
Oh no. Oh no, I have to do
I'm
some
just playing.
reflection. Let me do some meditation.
I'm,
Oh no.
I'm just playing. Go
Okay,
ahead.
let's
Who's
see.
next?
Moving on.
Uh,
What is this? Oh,
I mean, I did like the fact that it was turned to like a full gown. This was giving me classic Barbie doll. Like there's a Barbie doll that's dressed in like that black and white look.
oh, interesting. It was
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
It was okay. I've
Not
seen
mad at it.
better. Yeah. Next up.
Angeria Paris Van Michael. Loved this look. Loved everything about it. And you do not see this reveal coming at all.
I'm not sure how I feel about it.
I
I
loved
think
it.
I think I would have I think I would have liked it better had, as part of the reveal, the sleeve came off and the leopard print would have been something different, or the cheetah print,
Okay.
whichever one it was, would have been something different. I don't think going from the first print to that animal print worked. I feel like the animal print kind of cheapened it. Like, I would have loved something maybe completely different, or like maybe a contrasting color to what she had on going on the top, something like that. I don't, for whatever reason, it just didn't quite work out for me.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
fair.
And
Was that the
last
last
but
look?
not
Okay.
last one,
Roxy Andrews.
I do not understand this woman. What is this
Well,
silhouette? What is this hair?
well, listen. We don't understand it.
We
We don't
don't.
get it. But the judges, I guess I don't even say the judges. RuPaul got it, and she liked it because Roxy won this episode.
Crazy. What was the challenge again?
It was the realtor thing. It
Oh
was
yeah,
the
yeah.
acting challenge. So I guess she did really, really good in that. I mean, she actually was pretty good in it.
They did.
Um,
They chuckled quite a lot at her. It was
yeah,
her
yeah,
and Plastique together.
yeah. And actually, I thought Plastique was better in that challenge. She had more of the laughs.
True.
Roxy was more of the straight girl for that one. But Roxy won,
Mhm.
and she blocked Gottmik, which actually makes sense because Gottmik, I believe, has 3 badges, or is it just
Three?
2?
I think it's 2.
Okay, but she had won 2 times in a row, so I mean, it makes
That's
sense
true.
that like she's winning. We're gonna block that win so she can't get a badge the next week. So that being said, that is the first 5 episodes of All Star season 9. This was
Mm.
actually kind of fun. I think I like doing this instead of having to do it every single week. Kind of like doing a
I
recap.
I don't like creating the clips for it. But before we move on, though, I mean, can we just talk about the theatrics of how Roxy came to
Yes. Okay. Yes. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna
girl,
let you get this.
girl, girl? Okay, so I, I, I'm trying to say this without.
Just say it, girl. Hey, never.
I don't believe Roxy. I don't believe Roxy. I don't believe Roxy. I don't believe when she like has to start crying about something. I don't believe her. I feel it's disingenuous. I didn't believe it on her original season when she started crying on the runway. I just feel like sometimes she pulls out these tears because somebody else did it. This
But
George's
was
did.
she
I
even
think
really crying?
when you start crying and I don't see no tears, I don't believe you. Where are the tears, girl? I want to see makeup running. If you are crying and I don't see no tears, I don't believe you. So you go through this whole production of covering your face so you don't see how the girls are lining up, and then you turn so you can't see who they are, and then you're tiptoeing and penguin walking, trying to get to the bitch to any bitch besides Nina, and then I'm just like, girl, this is all so much of a production.
Yeah,
All you
but here's
really
the
had
thing.
to do was
She
anything
landed
line them
on
up.
Angeria. She landed on Angeria, and she wanted to cut Angeria. But I think she knows that the optics of it look too bad. So that's when the whole tears came from, to get out of it. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just like, girl, just pick somebody because that whole thing was way too long. That whole production was way too long. You get behind injury, you turn around. Oh no, I can't cut injury. Oh no, well, who do I cut? Girl, just chop somebody and let's go. The fact that Gottmik has to console you after being chopped is crazy.
Yes.
It's crazy. I'm just like, girl, I'm
Yeah.
over it. I'm over it. I'm over it.
Well, listen, I'm interested to see when they go back in the workroom at the beginning of this week's episode. So we will
Yeah.
see. We will
Same.
see. Yeah. All
All right.
right.
Well,
Well,
that wraps it
this
up.
was this was pretty good, and we did it just a little bit over an hour. Not bad for 5 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, thank you guys for joining us for this episode, this extended episode of the first 5 episodes of Drag Race All Stars season 9. We will be back in another couple of weeks to do a full wrap up of the remaining episodes and just kind of take an overall look of All Stars this season. So
Yeah.
don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like this video, and also make sure to hit the notification button so you can get notified every single time when we drop new videos. Okay, guys. Now let me find my outro music so
I
we can
got it
get the
right
hell
here.
on. Okay, well, hit that.
Fumble a bag, now I will not fumble a bag. Fumble a bag, now I will not fumble a bag. Act like you know how this goes.
Deuces.
Deuces.
Bye.